Hey, what's up? It's Valar. Hope you guys are doing well. Anyway, I just wanted to get into this video here. This is the pre-patch 1.2 Eve today. Actually, excuse me. This is the pre-patch 1.12 Eve today. So I'm just gonna do some gut reactions because I don't know yet how it's going to perform in game. I'm not an insider in any way. I don't have access to Polarium. I'm not an officially raid sponsored YouTuber or anything like that. I'm not at that level yet. But I just figured, you know what? After a couple days soaking this in, I mean, we had all these leak things just flooding us on Friday, I want to say it was. So I'm pretty sure everybody kind of knows what's coming now, or at least most of the community does. But I wanted to just put my 2 cents on it, put my take on it, pre when it actually comes out. And then I do plan to do another video after kind of playing around with it tomorrow when it does come out. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, to play around a little bit, see how things are. And actually, after thinking about it for a couple days, the initial knee jerk reaction, which is somewhat negative because of the whole thing with them nerfing the poison blow ups on Xavier and things like that. Um, that kind of made me feel sick. But okay, no big deal really in the long run because they'll still be good. I won't say no big deal, but it's not as big of a deal. But I want to look at it from a positive mindset right now. Because, to be honest, actually, I've been playing the game for, what, about 6 months now? Almost. Well, yeah, almost six. It's actually 6 months, almost 7 months. Um, this actually is probably the most robust patch that I've seen come out. Most of them don't actually have this much stuff in them, I feel like. Now, it's by no means perfect. We all know it's by no means perfect. But I do want to give them one thing here because I've been really critical recently. I've been posting a lot of rant videos. This is actually a lot of stuff that's a step in the right direction, I feel like. It's nowhere near perfect, but it's actually some decent stuff. And here's the post from Cirilla today on Discord. If people haven't seen it, but they're basically confirming, 1.12 is coming out tomorrow. And the other thing, I'll put my tinfoil hat on for a second, is they probably actually purposely did the leak because it generates all this hype and everything too. It's actually almost to their benefit to do the league because everybody's talking about it, everybody's interested. It creates so much hype behind it. There was really nothing going on in the game before. People were getting bored. People were quitting left and right about getting bored. People were frustrated with things because nothing was happening. So, in a way, I could see them have purposely orchestrated all this leaking type stuff. Like, yeah, maybe it comes from a YouTuber or something like that, but whatever. I mean, it's good. Any advertising in this regard, I feel like is good for them. So anyway, you can read over this post on Discord if you have it, which I'm sure you do. But then the one thing I'm a little worried about, although it's not going to be a big deal, but I'm sure that it sounds like the system's going to be all messed up when they start initializing these things. It's Polarium. We all know how that goes, so I could really, really see this being an absolute cluster tomorrow as far as uh, game access goes and game crashing and things like that. I wouldn't be shocked if that stuff happens at all. So, but on a positive note, I am going to get into things that I think are actually good. Things that are actually things I'm looking forward to. Because there are quite a few things in this that I am looking forward to and seeing how they implement and maybe even adjusting to it. There's a lot of new stuff that isn't there yet. Technically, it's not really new content, but that's okay for this one because there's some tweaks to things. Please like the channel. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Growing pretty well. I really appreciate it. I do have my gaming PC that I'm going to be getting within hopefully a little over a week. So I'll show my beautiful, ugly mug sometime fairly soon. So I really appreciate the support. Thank you again for that. I'm just going to talk about some stuff that I think is the stuff I'm looking forward to while I just grind a couple arena battles. Anyway, speaking of arena, the platinum tier. The platinum tier actually sounds okay. It's just another level of arena, really, which there's a big negative of it, and everybody's kind of talked about this. The big negative is there's only a 300 spots, and actually, I feel like it's not even necessarily going to be the 300 best players in the world or anything. What it's going to be is the 300 quickest people to actually get in here and get themselves past Gold 4 and get past 31.99 points and keep going and going and going past 31.99 points until they're safely and securely for the week up at the top. And to be honest, I could almost see some collusion going on with this. Which, I played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes for a very long time, and there's all kinds of shard chats and everything on that. And Arena works totally different there, and PvP is so much better there. But there is something that I could see happening here with these 300 people. Once you're at a certain level, although it can't be consistent every single week, and it's hard to find people, very manual. However, I could see it if you find some people in there, if it is the top, let's say the top 25 or the top 50. I don't know how many. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, it won't even work on this because you can only see 10 teams at a time. What I was thinking of the collusion that could actually happen is people could be like, well, I'm in this part, I'm in that part. Let's just not hit each other and let's just stay where we're at. Now, the negative is you do stop earning medals there. So it might not be as big of a deal as what I was thinking. I was a little bit worried about that, but probably just being overly cautious on my part there. And not only that, I don't feel like I'm going to be in platinum tier at all. My arena team's good. I probably could build some different teams where I'm actually in platinum tier. Depending on, I have a lot of different things I could do. Depending on what the rewards are, maybe it would be worth it to actually do something more than just kind of come in here and mindlessly grind out gold medals. Which it sounds like you're going to be mindlessly grinding out some more gold medals in platinum tier. But I think they should make the rewards absolutely stellar. I mean, there has to be some absolutely stellar rewards if it's only 300 people. If it's just a slight buff to what you normally get every week anyway, honestly, who cares, right? But I think they should actually have guaranteed rewards if you reach platinum tier. That way it does make it something you want to push for, and Arena's a little bit better. And I'm going to look at it like this is just a baby step. Maybe they open up to more players than 300 at some point. Maybe there's 1,000. Maybe there's even 2,000 that get something. Or there's tiers of different levels where the top 300 will get the best rewards, the top 1,000, and top 1,500, 2,000, etc., etc. But my personal opinion is they should definitely have guaranteed sacred shards and guaranteed books. If they're going to be that difficult to get into, where it's only 300 people, they actually need to have that many, in my opinion. So that's kind of my take on that. So it's okay. I'm not against it. I think it's kind of cool, but I think it should be more than 300 people. The other thing, too, is Nightmare Campaign. Actually looking forward to it. It's not brand new content. It's just another difficulty of campaign. But I've been thinking about it. I'm like, well, actually, when I first started playing the game, I actually did like grinding campaign, trying to figure out what teams I was going to use. I used Elaine when I first started, and she's actually a pretty good campaign farmer. And it makes me think, are these rares going to be viable? That's what I'm worried about. Are there going to be rares viable in Nightmare Campaign, or do you need to have only epics and legendaries? Is the difficulty going to be like Faction Wars? Because that could be a real cluster. If they make it that difficult, that's going to be insane. I feel like for campaign, the average player, even in Nightmare difficulty, should be able to complete it. I do like the fact we're going to get more XP, more silver. I actually think even if it's super, super rare for them to drop, I would love it if they actually incorporated some type of, epic books maybe. They don't have to be the legendary books, but maybe an epic book can drop in the boss stage, but maybe only like a 0.5% of the time or something like that. Something very low because that's what they want, but also something that makes it so, hey, that's kind of cool. And also that we get 5 and 6 star gear drops from the campaign. So it would be kind of nice to be able to farm gear rather than through a dungeon. You can farm it through the campaign. That would be actually kind of cool. So I am looking forward to that. I am thinking that's going to be kind of cool. Faction Wars, from the notes that they provided because they said it's not going to be a walk in the park still. I have a feeling Faction Wars is only really going to be lightly nerfed, and it's still going to be extremely difficult for the average player, and there might not be a whole lot of incentive to do it. Right now, for Faction Wars, I still do them because actually I think the glyphs are okay, but all I ever do on them, except for I think High Elves, because I have some decent High Elves and Dark Elves, is I only do like stage 4, I think it is the first one that costs 2 keys, because usually you can do it in 10 or 15 seconds, and I only care if I get 1-star glyphs, because 2 and 3-star glyphs can roll the same thing as a 1-star glyph most of the time. It's a risk to even use a 2 and 3-star glyph. Yes, you can get a higher roll on it, but you can also get the same roll as the 1-star. I'd rather just get the guaranteed value of the 1-star glyph. Call it a day and be done with my stupid Faction Wars. I don't enjoy Faction Wars. For a while, I didn't even do them. Now I've been doing them just because I needed to try to get my speeds for Ultra Nightmare tuned, and the glyphs actually helped out. So that's okay. I just still see it being a difficult, boring game mode. The other thing, too, that I'm really looking forward to, because I have her, I am actually really looking forward. She's probably in my vault. I'm not even sure where she's at, but I'm looking forward to War Mother. War Mother's rework, right? I'll remove her from the vault right now. So War Mother's getting some better increase, a chance at her attack down on her A1, and then her bombs are supposed to be pretty good. So I've actually been sort of looking for an excuse to try to see if I can make her any good, which I haven't even tried. But I think I will actually try to see how she is, because I have her and she seems decent actually now. Not like she's going to be god tier, but I do think she's going to be usable. Going to be good in clearing waves, and also might be pretty strong on the bosses because of the bomb damage. So I'm looking forward to that. The other two I'm looking forward to are Excruciator and Grimskin, because they both look like they'll be viable. So while I don't think this balancing is anywhere near as good as it should be, they should do a heck of a lot more balancing in this patch. They need many, many more champions to have their things, their balances, their abilities fixed. Actually have them be competitive. There's tons of them that are just useless. So lots of them need buffs. We're in desperate need of a lot of rebalancing. So, but I'm going to put it as another, hopefully it's just a step in the right direction. I'm not very hopeful in this regard because they constantly do the same thing with this, and they don't balance champions correctly. And then they overbalance some of them, and then they've got to nerf them within 24 hours, like Tomb Lord, who I haven't really used either, but I will be. So, but I'm looking forward to the War Mother redo. And then the other thing, champion storage, that'll be great. An extra 100 slots in the, I think it was in the vault, so that's cool. But the other thing I'm really, really looking forward to is actually the artifact management. You can see my artifacts on Tomb Lord are just garbage. But I'm looking forward to, we get an extra 200 slots here. They said some stuff about optimization in there. Now, I don't know. Hopefully that means there's more than just an extra 200 slots, because if it's just an extra 200 slots, that's good. I like the fact that there's an extra 200 slots, but it's not enough. We need filtering. We need to be able to do things like, if I want to look here and I want to say, okay, I want this piece that's a 5-star. I want it to have speed on it. Can I sort by my fastest 5-star whatever? Or sort by even my fastest pieces, period, type of thing. And ultimately, I would really, really like it where we can build loadouts to switch between characters, and you would just pay a flat silver cost to do that. So that would be the cool thing. So those are the things I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna end the video here because I'm gonna make another video tomorrow night after I've played around with things, or sometime tomorrow after I've played around with things and seen what my reactions are to them when they're actually live in the game, provided everything works properly tomorrow. So I'll be looking forward to that, looking forward to playing around with the game and seeing how things go. Again, thank you. If you've made it this far, please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate all the support. I plan to be producing at least 3 to 5 videos a week. Yeah, so at least 3 videos a week. That's the commitment I'm making, but sometimes I'll produce more. Thank you very much. Again, look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Cheers.